Mike Reese.
Happy New Year, Bill. I hope 2021 is better for all of us than 2020.
Thanks, Mike. Same to you.
And appreciate it. This might be a better question for sort of next week, but I don't know. I was curious as you sort of look back on the year on the NFL product, like the play on the field, as you were studying other teams to prepare for them, your own team, like the lack of practice time, the lack of meetings, just from a league standpoint. I was curious if you noticed a decline in the quality of play in the league, just given of what you didn't have, and this is not just Patriots, but I mean across the league, from what you noticed, if anything.
Yeah. Well, again, Mike, I really don't study the whole league, like you do. I mean, I'm more focused on the team that we're going to play and all that. So, I don't know. It's like the more that the players, especially young players, can see things on the field and practice and execute them, the better they're going to be. There's just no substitute for that. So.
Along those lines, Justin Haran, I wanted to ask you about him, sort of following up from yesterday or the other day when we were talking about J.J. Taylor and Miles Bryant as guys who maybe from the start of camp came a long way to contribute. What did you see from Justin, sort of in that same context over the course of the year, as he's played quite a bit for you?
Right. Yeah, well, Justin's done some good things, and he's, it was a good player to work with. Look forward to, working with him. He still has, work to do like all rookies do, and things that he needs to improve on and get better at. But I think he, has, again, a lot of tools to work with, and so hopefully those things all fall into place in time.
And just one more on, you guys had claimed Jack Cichy on waivers, ended up on the practice squad, and I don't think we ever had a chance to just ask you about him, and with you, you're a little banged up at linebacker. What was it about Jack, that made you claim him, that you saw to maybe work with him going forward?
All right. Well, Jack had a little experience, was played in the kicking game, and we had a spot, and wanted to take a look at him. Then there was some other transactions, and so we ended up on the practice squad, which is we've been able to look at him there.
Next question, Chris Ryan, followed by Ben Volen.
Happy New Year, Bill.
Thanks, Chris. Yeah, same to you.
Wanted to get your evaluation of what you've seen in your production in the running game this year. Obviously, one of the more talented groups that you have. What have you liked about their production this year, and how Sony has bounced back the last couple weeks after the injury as he's gotten more carries?
Right. Well, I think that there have been some positive steps in the running game. We put a lot of emphasis on it, and we've been able to develop some things that, we're more complementary in the running game with that additional time and emphasis on it. So we'll see how all that goes moving forward. But yeah, I think that's one of the things that we've, we've done this year that's a little different, or a little more involved than we've done in the past, and again, we had some results to show for it.
And my other question was, at the end of the season here, every NFL team and sports teams across the board have had to adapt to the COVID-19 environment, and I'm curious as to how you feel that process went for your team, and for, kind of along Mike's lines, the NFL as a whole, and just having to change and adapt to protocols in order to conduct, some semblance of a normal season. How do you think that went with the NFL not missing a game, and some of the challenges that you've faced as a group?
Yeah, again, that's another bigger picture question that it's really hard for me to evaluate. Um, from our standpoint, from the Patriots standpoint, we try to adapt to the situation the best that we could. As I said, Robert and the Kraft family, spent a lot of money and resources on trying to provide a safe environment for us. I think they did a good job of that. I think the players did a good job of, being responsible in their actions, both in and away from the facility. And the staff. So it's there were some of those areas that we worked with, or that we did with them. Tried to do the best that we could. It wasn't perfect, but we all tried to do the best that we could. And, at least we were able to play. So that's without, there was some disruption, but it wasn't prohibited by any means.
Thanks.
Sure.
Next question, Ben Volen, followed by Jim McBride.
Good morning, Bill. Happy New Year.
Thanks, Ben. Happy New Year to you too.
Wanted to ask you about Julian Edelman. He came back to practice a few weeks ago, and then he hasn't been out there, I think, last week or this week. Is there any insight you can share on what's going on with him?
Yeah, he's not going to play this year.
Did he suffer like a setback or anything?
I wouldn't say that, no. I'd just say he's not, just wasn't ready to play and won't be ready to play.
He's under contract for next year. Do you envision him being back with the team?
Yeah, Ben, I think it's way too early to start talking about next year.
Was he able? Did he have any role with the team while he was on this year? I know guys in the past. You've had guys kind of participating in meetings. Was Julian?
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, no, he was around regularly, and thought he did a good job of, using his experience to help other guys in areas that he was familiar with, and could give them benefit of his experience and some guidance. Yeah, definitely.
Next question, Jim McBride, followed by Phil Perry.
Happy New Year, Coach.
Thanks, Jim. Same to you. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about your experience with Adrian Phillips this year, a guy that's come in and played an awful lot for you. And from the outside looking in, it seems like it feels like he's been here a lot longer than a year.
Yeah, I agree with that. Good observation. Adrian's been great to work with. He's a very smart football player. He works hard. He's got good instincts. He's able to do a lot of different things for us, both defensively and in the kicking game. He's been a very, very valuable player this year. Glad we have him, and and I'm excited to continue to work with him. I think he'll help us. He has helped us a lot this year, and I think he'll continue to. He's been really a pleasure to work with. He's very team-oriented, good communicator. Again, understands concepts and understands multiple positions and roles within the defense and within the special teams unit. So it's been great. He's been great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Looks like two final questions, Phil Perry and Megan O'Brien.
Happy New Year, Bill.
Thanks, Phil. Same to you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you about Cam Newton, because we had a chance to talk to him yesterday, and he was pretty open about his experience this year, and basically indicated that he wished he had more time in the system with you guys, and maybe the results this year for him would have been a little bit different. I know you just said to Ben, a little early to start thinking about next year, and we know what Cam's contract is, but based on what you've learned about him just from being with him this year, is he somebody you would consider working with in the future?
Yeah, well, again, I agree with what Cam said. I wish we had more time together. I wish, as a team, we had more time with with our team and with a lot of guys, especially the new players. So, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, again, at this point, Phil, just, trying to do the best I can to help our team prepare for the Jets and, finish the season on a good note. Again, these guys have really competed well in practice this week. They've tried to, get ready like they have all year long, and I want to, do the best that I can to, prepare our team to give us every opportunity to perform well on Sunday. And so, all your questions about, some other year and going forward and all that, we'll deal with that in due time. But right now, really want us to try to go out and perform well on Sunday, and that's really what everybody's trying to do here, that's what I want, and that's what I expect, and that's what I respect about this group, is the way they've approached things like that.
Yeah, thanks, Bill.
And last question, Megan O'Brien.
Hey, Bill, I just wanted to ask you about Therese Hall. He's been out there a lot this year, getting elevated from the practice squad. What have you noticed about Therese and maybe the progress or jump that he's made this season?
Yeah, I think Therese has made steady progress and just had a solid 2 years with us. I don't think it just spiked in 1 week or one brief period of time. I think he's gotten better in so many areas since he came here. Gerard's done an excellent job with him, spent a lot of time with him, and Therese has a lot of responsibilities as a middle linebacker, running game, passing game, adjustments, line calls, and so forth. So he's improved in all those areas, and he's had an opportunity to play a little bit in preseason last year, but this year we didn't have those opportunities. But then they started. He had an opportunity during the season this year, and I'd say to his credit, he really jumped in, took advantage of it, played well, was aggressive, had some impact plays and impact hits that got everybody's attention, and showed that he's can compete, on this level. So very glad to have him on the team. His improvement's been, as I said, steady but significant. And I think he still has room to get better. But this is a good story about a player who's put in day after day after day after 2 years of hard, consistent work, and it's paid off all the way through. He's gotten better on a consistent basis and got an opportunity to play and went in and showed that he was ready to take advantage of that opportunity. So it's a great lesson for all of us, and I'm happy for Therese that he was able to get the opportunity and have a chance to show how much he has worked and improved.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Stacy. Happy New Year. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you Sunday.
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan. DD Perks members get a $1 medium hot or iced coffee when you order from the app on Patriots game day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades. And it always takes someone being on your side.
For over 60 years, this team has transformed itself into a championship organization. For over 160 years, our team has demonstrated a similar mentality. There are no days off. Our front lines are fortified by people who sacrifice individuality for the team. Our shelves are also stocked with the best quality products and ingredients. Our team members know their roles. We're proud to do our jobs. Shaw's, the official supermarket of the 6-time champion New England Patriots.
My Caleb sofa and love seat. With Bob's discount, you get both pieces for just $7.99.
$7.99? Are you joking?
Do I look like I'm joking?
Yes. You look like you're joking.
I'm serious.
Cool.
Get Bob's discount!
Order ahead on the Dunkin' app to get running on game day. Whether you're a Patriots fan or a Dunkin' fan.
Yes.
DD Perks members get a $1 medium hot or iced coffee when you order from the app on Patriots game day.
In New England, we are resilient. It takes hard work to earn respect. Sometimes it takes decades.